great till they gotta be great. Don't text me, tell that straight to my face.
Hey!
Best friend set me down in a salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. What up, y'all? This is Ladies Who Keke. My name is Dana B.
I had to just be the backup dancer because I didn't know the words yet.
That's been like even though the song's like a year old, but that's like my song right now.
That's your zhuzh?
That is my zhuzh.
I'm Cassie J, though, by the way.
So today we bring you the latest review of Basketball Wives, episode 8.
No, season 8, episode 4.
I always get that wrong.
I think that we should start creating names for these episodes because VH1 just gave up on
They're
these
like, you know what?
hoes.
It's episode 4.
They was like,
season 8 of Basketball Wives. I will say that this was a very good episode,
but it pissed us off.
It pissed me off.
I'm mad at these hoes.
Yes, Jesus, they got on my nerves.
It was like they would do something, you'd be like, yeah. Did they do something, you'd be like, fuck.
It's just like the fakeness of it all, but it was a good episode, so we're just going to go ahead and dive right in and give our 2 cents on it.
I want to start off by saying, Kristen, baby, you was not hard. You was not about that life. I want you to stop acting like you about to beat somebody up. You are not going to... Listen, I would like for you to try to fight OG. I promise you, you are going to lose, and you are going to end up in the hospital.
You're going to get your ass
Did you forget that she played tackle football on top of that? You are going to get, like Dana said, your ass whipped.
It's going to be like, did you at least pinch the bitch? What's that? That was a Players Club.
When Ronnie got her ass beat by Lisa Ray, and she was sitting there with her face on, and she's like, did you at least pinch the bitch? And you ain't going to be able to pinch nothing.
So that's how the episode started. It was like the continuation of last week where Kristen is
still
in the hallway.
On the phone.
Now she on the phone. She being loud.
I'm going to beat
talking to Thomas.
I'm going to beat OG's. You're not going to beat up nobody, okay? It's just not going to happen. So just stop. I don't know who you was on the phone with that was hyping you up.
No, she was on the phone, Thomas.
Even worse, okay? Listen, good friends and good spouses don't hype you up to do shit that's going to get you fucked up, okay? I don't need my boo telling myself, yeah, babe, you need to go on there and check her. My boo ain't going to do it. He'll be like, babe, just come home. Listen, it ain't worth it. Just come on. Let's just come home. We got bigger and better things in life to worry about and do. They ain't worth it. Just come home. He's just not going to hype me up to do anything that it's just not worth it. Especially if he know I'm going to lose. He's not going to do it.
Well, maybe he thought that she had a chance.
He knew she was going to lose.
Well, we don't know exactly what he was saying to her on the phone, so I'm going to give the
He would calm me down and let me know, listen, they around, they can hear you. Girl, stop. Calm down. Come on, because I ain't got time. I don't have time. We don't have to. Come on, baby.
So after that scene, I forgot what scene happened next.
It went to Shawnee doing surveillance around the house because of the break-ins.
One thing I will say, I normally don't like seeing like celebrity kids on the show.
We like Miles.
I like Miles. Like honestly, Miles is cool.
He is so
I like
back.
Shawnee as the mom role. I like her a lot. And truthfully, I was telling her like, you know, if she had her own show with the kids, I would watch.
I told her there was a show and she was like,
I didn't know she already had her show. So
yes, she had a show.
Well, you know,
but they were younger too then though. It was a few years ago, so they were a little bit younger. So
I guess I should say disclaimer.
If she doesn't want now, yes. Yeah, I like Mouse. I like that the kids have grown up. They've grown up lovely because you know when it first came on, they were showing the kids. But I think all the kids on these reality shows, they go through that. I don't want to say ugly duckling phase,
it's a puberty.
But, you know, they go through that phase, and then as they grow up, they just grow up lovely, and they look a lot like their parents.
Yeah.
Like Candy's kids look like her. Rashida's kids, they end up looking like her and Kirk and whoever the mamas be, because you know it's different mamas for some of these people. You know, it is like with Kirk and Rashida. You know, he has different mamas. Don't get me because I'm not throwing shade. I'm saying they look like their parents.
Okay.
You be trying to make me shady sometimes when I'm really not trying to be shady. We do this.
No, I'm not Malaysian you. Okay, I'm not doing a Malaysia on you.
That's what we got to
What?
Listen, that's going to come later on because
Because Malaysia got on my last nerves.
We're going to get to Malaysia
episode.
in just a second. Because Malaysia, darling, you used to be my favorite on the show. You used to be one of my favorites when this show first came on for LA. But
I honestly don't think I have a favorite.
She
All
used to be.
Nerves.
When it first started, she used to be one of my favorites, but she just moving right along.
Yeah, nevertheless. So
moving on.
Shawnee did a whole talk. Oh, she was about to move because there was a lot of break-ins.
I
People trying to break in her house. I would have moved too.
She was like,
or get a dog. You know the thing I will notice about these rich people, they don't lock their damn doors.
Because they feel like
they're in a safe neighborhood. Yes. My dad did that mess. I'm like, why didn't you lock your door or even close your garage?
World no more. This ain't 1902 no more. You gotta lock your doors.
Everything. Get some dogs. Some of them vicious ones, some Rottweilers, some German dogs. Shepherds, all them. Get that too.
Yes, and they have commands.
Shit. But so Shawnee was moving. What else happened after that?
The next thing was when they go to Jackie and Tammy.
Tammy sit down with OG.
And I like that Tammy is standing up for OG because she remembers how it used to be that girl that everybody was kind of going against. And she was just like, nobody's really coming to OG's defense. Everybody's kind of attacking her.
She's like, I'm not going to respect her.
That's not going to happen. We're going to make sure that this is all addressed. And that we're trying to be level about this.
I will say though, it is kind of hypocritical because Tammy, once she finally became into the circle, she was doing some mean girl shit too with Royce.
But I mean, OG has some mean girl moments too.
She do it, but it's like, Tammy, don't, now that you're no longer, we were talking about like, she said she didn't get kicked out the circle. No. However, when Evelyn came in, that's when Tammy
the dynamics
departed.
of the relationships changed when OG
so it's like, now that you're
back.
on the owl, don't be coming in like holier than thou. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you guys are doing this. No, because you was part of the shits too when you was in the clique. So stop it. That's all I'm saying.
See where
I do agree. I'm glad that Tammy does have OG's back because I feel like they did gang up on OG.
They did. It was like we defined how many of them it was. I understand where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. You know, we disagree on the situation.
Agree, disagree.
Because I just feel like it's not that she's being necessarily that she thinks that she's above it all, but it is kind of it's above me. Mm-hmm. But I think it's just the fact that sometimes when you're in a situation, when you're in the mess, as they say, you don't see stuff. You're there. Yeah. You're
once
in it.
You
like,
oh, step back. You have
right. You're like, girl, yeah, let's do this. Yeah. But then when something does happen to you, it will allow you to step back and realize, like, oh shoot, like this was a little foul what we was doing, and you kind of just change your behaviors. And you can, if you're on the outside looking at them, you be like, oh, that's fake of you. Be like, I mean, you was over there doing it with them. I mean, it's like being on drugs or something. It's cool if everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing the drugs. You in there getting them too. You a druggie too. But once you get out, then you can see it differently because you're no longer doing drugs. So, I mean, I feel like,
I will say that it's really, like, this whole scene, you could tell that when gossip can make something bigger than what it is.
Right.
Because even Jackie was saying, yeah, Shawnee came up to OG and said, you're disgusting. It's like, no, what the fuck, she didn't.
This is when over-exaggerating
goes
and
wrong.
When you need to say word for word with somebody that don't put word, or this is what you need to say.
This is what you do. Talk to the person.
Yes.
Or stop gossiping on shit.
If you're recanting a story, you need to say these words. I mean, I'm not for sure exactly word for word.
Or say I'm paraphrasing.
Yes. Yeah. Be like, but she said something along the lines of.
Right.
Don't say, oh yeah, she said. I'm saying wherever word what she said. I'm telling you exactly what she's. Don't say that. Just be like, you know, there was a lot of back and forth going on. You know, there was some words exchanged.
And truthfully, what OG was saying, like, you know, I felt like everyone was on Kristen's side, not mine, because everyone did go to OG and said, oh, no, you shouldn't have said that.
Wrong,
oh, my God. No one said nothing to Kristen when she was talking her shit.
No one said nothing to Kristen.
Nothing.
And the only thing they said to CC was like, I mean, Cece, why aren't you saying anything, Cece? Cece stepped back. She didn't try to defend OG. She didn't try to say nothing to Kristen. She just stepped back and she was just sitting there.
Because she didn't understand why this was a damn big ass deal. I get why it was a big deal. Because even though it was not a secret, it wasn't, but you still used it as a weapon. You
used it
weaponized
maliciously,
it, as they say. So I understand that point. So OG was wrong.
But
Kristen was also wrong.
Everybody was wrong.
Yeah.
At the bottom line, because this is the thing, when you get into a fight, and this is in any kind of relationship, they tell you this in all kind of counseling and stuff. When you get into a fight, you have to learn how to communicate. And you don't hit below the belt. It don't matter how mad you get, you can't take them back once you say them.
Exactly.
So it was like...
And words can hurt more than you punching somebody in the face. Because
I can heal.
Exactly.
I can get some antibiotics.
But those words, though, they can go deep down
because that
into
can bring
your system.
Other stuff. You don't know what that could have brought up for somebody. So just like she said, when you was talking about my relationship, you was saying stuff about my boyfriend.
Which they bleeped out, so obviously it was something scandalous.
Yes. So it's like, you don't know what that could have did to her.
Yeah.
And so like she said, just because I play football, people think that I'm just so tough and I don't have feelings.
Yeah.
She's like, I have feelings too, just like everybody else here, but y'all just disregard that because y'all like, oh, she tough. She fine. She don't care. And I think that's why Tammy was like, that's kind of like how they felt about me. Because I come off like I'm just so tough and I'm just so rough.
I guess they need to see like a vulnerable side. Yeah. Like maybe cry.
But see, I understand why some people don't want to show that side of you because somebody will take a
weakness.
Yes, they're gonna pick you apart. Oh, we got her down.
No one can win, really.
We got her down, girl.
If you're too hard and not show
you don't
like
got feelings.
Your vulnerability, they'll say whatever.
If you cry, oh, she a crybaby.
Yeah,
she a weak
bitch.
She a punk.
Yeah, so
it's like, what you want me to do? So it's like there's just no winner in that situation.
Tammy said that Jackie was fake because she didn't defend OG.
She didn't defend OG if that was her friend.
Right. So mind you, when she said Jackie fake, she said
was like this, Jackie fake. That's all she said.
So then later on, next scene, they all have another meeting. It was Tammy, Jackie, Shawnee, and OG, and was it Jackie that said that Tammy was yelling at me?
Yeah.
Jackie was like, Tammy was cussing me out
on me.
And that did not happen.
Shawnee was like, oh, Tammy, why would you do that? She was like, I did not do that.
And it's really cute how now Shawnee is now neutral with the situation. Because before, when the whole the argument happened, she was done with OG.
Yeah.
But
I was
now
surprised she even came to the meeting.
Yeah. Now
she was like, OG, I will apologize to you because I really should have been going after Cece. I really should have been confronting you at all. And she was just like, and that's what she owned up. And she said, I do understand that I have anger problems and I really shouldn't have said anything. I understand that this triggered something and I get that I was in the wrong. So she acknowledged that she was in the wrong for saying what she said. But this is where I got upset with Shawnee. So OG acknowledges I was wrong. I shouldn't have said anything. Mm-hmm. So then instead of Shawnee was like, okay, I'm glad that you understand where you need to grow and heal and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, because, Cece just using you, to do her dirty work. And
Girl.
It was like, you acting just like Malaysia at this point.
Exactly.
It's just like, sometimes y'all need to learn when to just sit back and just let somebody be in their moment, in their healing moment, their aha moment, and just go on. Unless you're their friend, that's something that a friend would tell them. Like, okay, you my friend, you'd be like, girl, I'm glad you finally came to this moment, this realization, because this girl really ain't your friend. Because a friend wouldn't just have you going out here doing this kind of stuff.
Honestly, regarding the whole Malaysia situation, this is what pisses me off about it. They have 10 cents worth of information. Mm-hmm. They take that, make $1 worth of a story. It's like, what the hell?
Girl, this much.
A little bit.
To make this much happen.
Oh, that means that Cece did this, that, and the third. It's like, you don't know, you weren't there. Y'all have to bring in your own perspective on something I really don't know nothing about. Which is why you need to mind your goddamn business.
And that's why I said, like, the whole thing, okay, I understand that it can be we don't know how this affect Thomas growing up. So with it being brought up again, even though it wasn't a secret, even though it's probably they discussed.
They say it's on IG too.
That's what I'm saying. It's been discussed probably way back when he was younger.
It's just that she used it to hurt.
The way you said, like they say, it's not what you say to somebody; it's how you say it. that can affect
and when
somebody.
You say it, and when you say it.
So
That's
I'm like,
important.
It showed Kristen talking to Thomas about it and was like, oh, you know, she said this, and you know the way he responded, he was like,
I didn't consider my feelings
I mean,
at all
right.
about this.
And I was like, I keep saying, if this is really affecting him, the way he's making it, and the way Kristen's making it, I don't understand why a conversation hasn't been had. You need to go talk to your dad and tell your dad, listen, Dad, we need to get this under control because these women out here running and telling our business, telling us, having this story.
But that's the thing, though. There's no conversation. It's not a secret. It's just everyone knows about it.
You need to PR the situation if it's that bad, if it's hurting your feelings.
It's just that they made it bigger than what it is. It's like, this is something that's known. Everyone knows this.
My thing is, y'all could have PR'd this and made this. You could have did something. If it's not that bad, then laugh about it.
I think it's the way that Kristen responded.
Your response. That's my point.
To make it way bigger than what it really is.
If it wasn't true, you could have been like, "Girl, that is old news, girl. You thought that was gonna hurt me." But no, if you would have responded that way, they would have been like, "Oh shoot, that was my only silver bullet." Mm-hmm. Now you gotta go revert to, that's why you ugly. And your clothes, like, if that's what they feel like, that's their one shot, and they shoot it, and you respond like, that's what you thought was gonna hurt me? That's what you been waiting all night to say to me, girl? Girl, right. Try harder.
I will say, though, talking about that's why she ugly, like, OG's fashions were better.
We said after that first dinner,
when she met up with Jackie and Tammy, and she had the ruffles. I get it. Maybe that's the new trend or something. It just still looked cheap. It looked cheap.
I ain't see nothing out.
Well, no, because Malaysia, when she had her interview look, she had ruffles, black ruffles, but it was like, leather to pleather, type of a thing. And it was like, OG, if you just didn't have
I say that her fashions got better. After that,
it would have been nice. She would look really nice without the ruffle. I like the shirt. I like the hair. I like the makeup. I like everything except for the goddamn ruffle. So
she did better this episode. This episode she did better.
Yeah, she's a little bit better. A little bit better.
And I also, Cece and Byron sat down and talked.
I love how he's just like, what?
He was just like, okay.
Because honestly, at the end of the day, it is catty. It is petty. And it's just like, it's not worth my energy. So he's real nonchalant about it because really it's no big deal. He's like, that's always going to be my son. I raised him as my son.
Right. He was just like, okay. I mean, she brought it up. All right. So.
Okay. Like, it's not news, not secret. No one really gives a shit.
But bottom line still is my son ain't came and talked to me about this yet. I mean, we still ain't talked.
Right.
Nobody's talked to me. So it was like, all right. Now, they go to the shoe store. They still pushing this Phoebe girl on us. But it was Evelyn,
Phoebe, Kristen, and London.
No, it was Kristen and Kristen's friend. She doing a Jennifer number. You got to bring somebody with you.
I know her name.
We didn't even pay attention. It was some
and
friend.
London, though.
And London, yeah. Which is Thomas' sister. Byron's, I guess this is his biological daughter.
Yeah. Talking about the situation what OG said
OG
about Thomas not being.
And again, you're blowing this up, making it seem like, she dropped an atomic bomb on us.
Well, London started crying about it, and that part I kind of understood because
they know the history.
You know what I mean? We don't know like if this really did bother Thomas growing up, or if this was like a serious, issue within their family or whatever.
Now her crying, fine.
I got it. I understood. Kristen
crying,
no. At all.
I said, okay, enough of these fake tears. Let's move on, please. Like, I'm sick of this.
I got London's perspective on why she would have been hurt at what OG said.
Because that's her brother. She grew up with him. She know, like she said, you don't understand what we've had to go through with this as a family. Right. Yeah, like she said, really, you, including you, Kristen. You don't understand, baby.
She swears.
You only know what we've told you. You wasn't there. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. The way she acted,
you would make it seem like some damn incest.
You would think that she's been there. She's been knowing him since she was in the sandbox.
They have the same DNA running through
their body.
Like,
I've been knowing since I was in the sandbox. I was like, girl,
so Tammy invited all the girls except for Evelyn to a brunch to talk everything out.
I want to say something before this.
What happened?
when she invited them to come, Shawnee said, who is everybody? She said, you know who everybody is when it comes to me. And she was like, oh, so she made, in her little green room, she was a green screen interview, she was like, so she's not really fully back in their circle yet, talking about Tammy coming back into the group because Evelyn's not invited and she doesn't want to be around Evelyn. I have a problem with Shawnee saying that. You know that she has a problem with Evelyn, and you know she does not get along with Evelyn. Why do you wait? Why do you want her to be in a hostile environment? Like, I don't understand why you keep trying to force her to be around Evelyn. She don't want to be around her. Go.
Thank you. I have to interject because it's still, I like Tammy. I know that's your girl. It's not hypocritical. She wants to play peacemaker with the whole OG Kristen and Cece situation because she won't have a scene or a sit down with Evelyn to resolve her situation.
Because this is the thing. There are some things in life that just can't be resolved if people are not willing to be mature about it. Because look at the whole thing with Jennifer. The whole thing with Jennifer and Evelyn.
I get that, but it's like...
So that's the same thing with him too, though.
But you can't expect someone else to do something that you can't even do yourself.
But how you know it's all on Tammy, though?
She's literally saying everyone's invited but Evelyn. She refuses to film with Evelyn.
Is Evelyn going to come out?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. But at the end of the day... We're just going
off of past history, though.
I'm just basing off of what's happening. She refuses to film with Evelyn, to be around Evelyn, to invite her Evelyn to go.
She's going off of past history. Their past experience.
But my thing is this. You cannot... If that's how you feel, cool. But you can't try to preach that on someone else when you're not living it yourself.
She's done it. She's tried it.
For me... I find it hypocritical.
I understand what you're saying, and I get it. But it's like this. It's just like this whole shit with Kristen and Cece and them. That's why, she made the comment, this is the last time you see me. It gets to a point, like, if you have an issue with somebody, and you've tried to resolve it with them, and they just keep doing stuff, whether it's Tammy, whether it's Evelyn, whoever is at fault of not getting it resolved.
Point, like, I'm
it
done.
Gets to a point where you're like, I'm not going to keep trying to work this out with you.
But you can't now then try to help others. It's now, it's like Cece saying that, like, I'm done. It is what it is, and then she goes and try to help Jackie resolve something. But if you can help somebody else
resolve something, but just because you can't resolve something with somebody else, that doesn't mean that you should never ever in life try to help somebody else resolve something just because you had an issue that you couldn't resolve.
It's a difference between. She said she literally I'm having a brunch. I want y'all to work things out. Like she's really putting herself in the middle of it.
Cause that's her friend and she understands what it's like.
All right. Okay. I'm just seeing my point of view.
I understand your point of view, but I'm just saying that just because you have a problem that you could not resolve doesn't mean that you should never help somebody else who's having a problem that they're trying to get resolved. Maybe you can help them. That might be healing for her, and maybe if she helps them, maybe she might learn something from helping them that she might be like, okay, maybe this might give us some hope that maybe me and Evelyn can sit down and resolve this. These two was able to get down and resolve an issue, so maybe I can sit down with Evelyn and resolve my issue with her. Maybe I'll try this one more time, and I can even use this as an example. I helped them to resolve theirs, or hey, they resolved their issue. If they can get through what they got through, me and you should be able to get through what we can get, what we had our issue with. If they can't, then I'm like, they can't. She tried.
Okay.
But, I mean, you know their history. What they went through versus what these two are going through is something totally different. It was a lot of shit that happened between them two. It's a lot to forgive and work through other than just...
Well, no, it's a little bit different because they actually... Kristen and Cece, they're family. You know what I mean? Evelyn and Tammy, they're just co-workers, to be quite frank.
At this point, technically, yeah, you was co-workers.
So it's a little bit different when family... I guess I get it. I don't know, child. All right.
Family falls out versus... Okay, that's like, okay, we work together. We work together, work together.
I see her all the time.
You know what I'm saying? We work together, we work together. We have a falling out. We still have to work together. We don't have to work together. But we still have to work together. So
but they don't. They're like, you're no longer even, like, I don't know you exist anymore.
So if I didn't have to work with you, and I can still get my check, but if people keep trying to say, hey, come on, Dana, come on, Cassie, we're all trying to get this thing going.
Maybe because it's so petty why they're not friends. It's just so petty.
And I get that. I don't disagree with you that I feel like you guys should have moved on. Y'all should have
agree to disagree. Okay, cool. Y'all gotta be best friends. Just don't be disrespectful. Stay in your lane.
But if you say, hey, let's make a truce, and you say, cool, y'all agree to the truce, but then when y'all get somewhere, somebody say something smart, or you throwing a low-key jab, or, you making comments, that's hard to be like, let's stand by this truth when, oh, there she go, or here she comes. You throwing, when you have that kind of tension and you make a truth, you can't be shady with each other. Mm-hmm. We can't do that anymore. Because,
you have to be cordial as fuck.
Yeah, you got to just be,
you have to be politically correct at all times.
And then when you had that mutual friend like Shawnee, you can't even talk about the other one anymore. You can't have them come. And that was part of the issue because you had Evelyn saying stuff about, oh, yeah, girl, I heard Tammy had a little show. And you can't do that.
Yeah, it's petty.
And it's a bunch of petty shit.
At the brunch, they try to talk it out. This is where Cece, who started the conversation?
OG.
And Kristen started talking?
Yeah.
They apologized. They apologized.
OG and Kristen
was like, I hit below the belt. Cece was like, I hit below the belt. That was fine.
OG said that I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
I apologize for, well, she was like, I shouldn't have made that comment. I was being malicious and I shouldn't have made that comment.
Kristen was like, I also said things about your significant other, Kwame, I think his name is. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize for what I said. So everything was okay, but
they apologized. It was like, great, we're making progress.
But then it went from Cece being the bad guy. Cece, you're the reason why this happened. You're the one that's saying all these things about us to OG and giving her this information
and all that stuff.
And honestly, I really don't feel like
because Malaysia's the one that interjected. Because first it was, I think, OG and Cece were talking, and then Kristen interjected. And I was like, Kristen, why are you talking? This is between these two right now. Mm-hmm. But then when they had the apology, I said, okay, cool. Your interjection led to an apology. Fine.
Oh, yeah, because OG kind of called out Cece. Was like,
she did. No, she was like,
you need to keep it a buck.
You need to tell them how you really feel.
Yeah.
Instead of having me say stuff. And then she was like, and then that's when Kristen was like, well, technically, you really should have been telling our business anyway. And she was like, I said it. You right. It was malicious. I was wrong. I'm sorry. She was like, and you know what? I said some shit I shouldn't have said. I'm cool. I was wrong too. Then they said something back to Cece, and she was just like, well, Then Malaysia jumps in. Malaysia, you had nothing to do with this. Nothing. Everything was kind of going all right. Until you started
and
saying
truthfully,
stuff.
Cece, I agree with Cece because she was like, y'all keep making up y'all stories or y'all
your
keep
issues.
Basically, you're taking a little bit of information and you're making up this whole perspective of what happened, and that's not what happened.
It was like
a regular conversation we had. He told him. He told her about Thomas. It's not like I'm going to OG and saying, oh yeah, girl, and when she says this, you better say that, and you better get on her for this. That's not what happened. OG took it upon herself
to say it when she said
to use it as a weapon. That was on OG. So I agree with Cece, like, yo, stop making it seem like something that is really not. Yeah, you guys are making this way bigger than what it really is.
Byron is telling me. Byron is saying this stuff to me. They was like, no, he's not. She said, you're not with us every day.
Exactly.
You're not with us all.
Don't be raising your voice at me.
Yeah,
then
Chris was like, who are you yelling at? You.
But at the end of the day, that's very true. You don't know the conversations that we're having every day. I'm with this man. You're not. You barely see him, remember?
So
what you can't tell me. Exactly. You can't tell me what we talk about.
In
or
our
what's important to him.
Yes. We have a totally
different
relationship.
Even though you may have been married to Thomas for 10 years, you don't know him intimately like I do. Like those intimate conversations.
It's like, okay, you're his cousin. You have a totally different relationship. Y'all have totally different conversations. I'm about to be his wife.
Exactly.
So he's going to tell me things that he's not going to say to you as a cousin, you as a daughter-in-law.
Exactly.
I need you to get that in your head. In-law, baby.
So I just feel like they just want Cece
they want her to be the victim.
They're still blaming Cece the fact that she wasn't invited to the wedding.
But then
it was like that was Byron.
He said, I don't want her there. So she just got to the point. She said, "Okay, you know what, y'all? This is gonna be the last time y'all see me." Everybody was like, "Oh wait,
she's like,
wait,
so you're okay
on.
with this? You're okay with not being
his kids not liking you?" She said, "At this point,
so,
yes."
yeah.
And so then Malaysia was like,
everyone's grown.
Was it Malaysia
not like
or Kristen
kids
that said, so if you wake up and be on your wedding day and his kids are not there?
I think Malaysia said that to her.
She said, at this point, yes.
It's like all the that matters is me and him.
Honestly, and his happiness, how he feels.
Exactly. And
so
that's all that really
should
care. That's all that she really should care about. Everything else, that's a personal problem.
Yeah.
And you really need to take up with him.
So it's really what she basically was telling y'all. If you don't show up to this wedding and it hurts his feelings, that is going to be your fault.
Exactly. That's nothing to do with
not my
me.
fault because you didn't show up because you have an issue with me and you don't want to resolve it. So you're you're hurting him. Yeah. You're not hurting me at this point. You're hurting him. So if you want to hurt his feelings, then go ahead. So it was like, all right, we're done. Like, I'm done with this conversation. I'm done with this. I can't do anything else. And that's what I mean. Like, sometimes it gets to a point with a situation where, what more do you want? Because it's like, what do you want from me? How many times do I have to apologize? What more do you want from me?
They want blood, honey. That's what they want.
I mean, I don't have anything else to give you. So then it leaves, and then they sit down and they have a talk. It's like, it's Phoebe, Evelyn, Kristen, and again, Kristen's little friend who keeps showing up as her little side chick.
So yeah, Phoebe goes on talking about how now she don't like OG because OG came at her sideways.
All she said was that you have a gag order.
Phoebe was talking about how she has a baby by some NBA player, Lance Stevenson or whatever. And OG was like, "Do you have a gag order?" She was like, "No, I ain't got no damn gag order." She said, "I ain't
no bird ass baby mama."
She took offense to it, talking about she tried her, acting like, no, I ain't exactly no bird ass baby mama. My son's a junior. We planned for this baby. So
he wanted these kids with me.
So then she was like, I don't know if you and Kwame.
He said maybe when Kwame wants the kids with you, if you can have them.
So that, honestly, now I don't like Phoebe. I don't like Phoebe now.
I don't either.
At first I'm like, okay, she seems neutral. But it's like, one, I don't think you ever were introduced to Kwame, so obviously you're hearing gossip.
From somebody
Two, why would, that's a sensitive subject. Maybe personal. She can't have kids. You don't throw that in someone's face. And she really didn't come for you. You took it offensively.
It showed the clip of it, and it was like when she, I guess, came, they was out like at a club.
She just want to have an enemy.
And she was like, do you have a gag order on you? Like she said,
which is true because most of the people that do come in this show, they do have gag orders.
Roy's
like
baby
Roy's,
daddy.
like what's the other one that had a baby? Was it by D Wade?
That was Royce.
No.
Oh, no. D Wade.
Who had a baby with
Royce was the White Howard.
I know that there was somebody. Anyway, I can't remember which one.
I mean, it's not.
But they do have gag orders.
It's not unreal.
You know what I mean? So it was just a question. It's like, why are you coming?
They don't want you to talk about them, and sometimes they don't want you to show have the kids either on the show.
But it's like you really took that comment, and now you have a problem with her. Why? Because everyone else is having a problem with OG. I thought you're supposed to keep it real. Like,
even here, they don't want to do shows in this city because it's such a prestige city, and they don't want the image of these people, of these players. Well, you remember they did the little side chicks in Charlotte?
Girl,
they had to redo that whole show.
I refuse to watch that.
They redid the whole show because...
And they put it on YouTube.
Yeah, because of all the names and stuff like that. They was like, you can't say these people's names.
Allegedly, one of the...
girls was Cam Newton's.
Cam Newton's side chick, the white girl.
So that's what I'm saying. Like...
So it's real. It happens.
You can't... They was like, no. They redid it because they was... Bravo was gonna sue them because they was like, you cannot come up here using our layout.
Real something of
you can't do that. So it's a real thing. So it wasn't. You shouldn't take offense to that, right?
So it's like you just want to have a problem with Phoebe. I mean, problem with OG
because everybody else did. Had they not had an issue with them, you wouldn't even brought that up.
And the fact that you brought in Kwame and the kid situation, no, I ain't got time for it. So the episode ended with Malaysia talking to Byron.
And Byron basically telling them, like, Yeah,
the thing that pissed me off,
it.
her questioning, she was like, so yeah, OG said that you didn't mind if she told anybody.
Is that true?
He was like, I mean, it's not really big of a deal. It's not a
so
secret.
Did you tell her to go and tell everybody?
Yeah, she was like, did you tell her to tell Kristen on this? That was a dumbass question.
He was like,
no. Obviously not. Obviously, she took the information and she used it to hurt Kristen. But it's like, at the end of the day, she got the information from Byron and Cece.
But this was the other question that made me
because
mad
it wasn't
too.
a big a deal.
She was like, so do you think that Cece's innocent in all of this? Why are you... So it's like you're trying to find a reason to be mad.
And then when Byron was like, well, no, but also Kristen is either... That's when Malaysia was like, well, what she said was taken out of context.
Yeah, I mean,
so it was like, wait a minute.
You want a good grandparent.
You want to give the benefit of the doubt for Kristen... But CC and OG, they're the biggest villains of the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. That's why she needs to mind her damn business. That's exactly why I'm not fucking with Malaysia this season. She needs to mind her damn business.
But he still checked her on that. He was like, no. He was like, he said, when I call to see my grandchild, she's always asleep. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, call me when she wakes up.
They never do. Because they always forget.
She still
they
has
don't
not
walk
brought
their asses over there.
He was like, so after a while, he was like, I just stopped. I stopped trying.
It is a two-way
And so
street.
then she's just sitting there like, I was like, no, have that same energy you had when you was questioning about CC and OG.
What she wants is Byron to check CC and OG. That's what she wanted. But there's nothing to check. And it's like, okay, well, he was like, well, if I check them, I need to check Kristen too.
Yeah, everybody got to get checked.
No, I mean, she was taken out of context.
I mean, she was just upset at that time. Okay, well, OG was upset too.
Exactly. So it's some bullshit. And truthfully,
to
OG's defense about knowing back to her, when Phoebe was talking that shit, talking about, well, if you can have kids, that was a fucking low ass blow. I didn't see nobody say, oh, no, that wasn't right. You seen
Kristen get up on some, woo! Like, ooh, girl, that was acceptable.
But that's acceptable, right? Like I said, this episode, it was good, but it pissed me off. Mm-hmm. These heifers done pissed me off. But it was a good one. I'll give it a B+.
I agree with that. We agree on the rating today. What? That's a B+. You know, it happens very rarely that we agree on the rating. B++.
Well, this is all we have for you this review. I hope you guys liked. Please make sure that you comment, subscribe, share.
And one other thing, because we did a video. What was that video called?
I don't know.
Who's most likely? I would like for you ladies and gentlemen to go check out our video from last week titled Who's Most Likely. And I would just like for you guys to give us your opinions on who was most likely to do these things.
She's so defensive.
She is so defensive for most of these things.
No, again. She's very defensive. So, as they say, a hit dog will holler. I'm over here sitting pretty.
Lies! You tell. Until next week.
Bye, guys.